Hey everybody, Charlie Epstein here, America's 401k coach, and in the last couple of videos we've been talking about revenue sharing and fees and expenses in a retirement plan, both hard and soft. And today what I really want to focus on is share classes, the different types of share classes that mutual fund companies have, why they have those share classes, what you as a plan sponsor need to be aware of, and how did this Tibble versus Edison case really come about. And how did these plan sponsors with a $3 billion plan actually end up in a lawsuit, which I want to make sure you don't end up in. So if you don't have a retirement plan with $3 billion in assets, you have a retirement plan with $1 million or $10 million or $50 million, guess what? You need to behave with a duty of prudence and loyalty just like you have a plan with $3 million in assets. So today I want to focus on page 72 in my book, Save America Save, The Secrets of a Successful Retirement Plan, which, by the way, I'd like to send you a free copy. So head over to my website, epsteinfinancial.com. Click on you'd like to get a copy of the book and we'll send it to you. But on page 72, I've got a little chart here. It says share class matters. And so in this particular case, you're going to see the share classes R3, R4, and R6. Now, there are mutual fund families out there that actually have 6 different share classes to choose from. Why is that, and who does it benefit? Well, when you establish a retirement plan, you as the plan sponsor have to decide what's in the best interest of your employees and how you're going to pay the expenses in the plan. Again, what are those expenses? You got your hard dollar costs, maybe a third-party administrator that you have to pay for. You have the record-keeping costs. You have your advisor's costs, your consultant's costs, and then you have the mutual fund costs. Now, typically in plans under $50 million in assets, all those costs get bundled together, and I talked about that in the last video where we went through the revenue sharing part, 12B1, revenue sharing, sub-TA, investment management fees. So if you look at my chart now, you'll see the R3 share class, go all the way over to the right, has an expense ratio of 1.14%. That means that fund is deducting 1.14% to pay for the expenses in the plan, and there's 0.65 or 65 basis points of revenue sharing. That 65 basis points is being used to pay your broker and pay your record keeper to run and operate the plan. And if you have that kind of share class R3, you as a plan sponsor have said, hey, we the company don't want to pick up any of those expenses. We're going to have our employees pay those expenses out of that revenue sharing. Now, an R4 share class has an expense ratio of 0.85 or 85 basis points, and there's only 35 basis points of revenue sharing. So it's almost half the revenue sharing. That 35 basis points is being used to pay the record keeper, but perhaps not paying your broker or advisor. So perhaps you're saying, hey, we the company will pay that expense out of pocket. Good news about doing that is you can deduct that expense, and that's a win-win for everybody. And then you have the R6 share class, which is the institutional share class. And if you look at the expenses, it's 0.5%, and there's no revenue sharing. In this particular situation, if you use that share class, what you, the company, are saying is, look, we want our employees to only have to pay the cost of the mutual fund expense to the money manager to manage the money. There will be no other revenue sharing. That means either you, the company, are going to pay those expenses, or you're going to have to add what's called an asset fee or a wrap fee. And it's far more prudent, and it's also equitable for you to do it this way. First thing is you're offering the lowest share class to your employees. They're just going to pick the mutual fund that they want based on their investment choices. So if you had an index fund like Vanguard, mutual fund cost might only be 8 basis points. If you have an active money manager like T. Rowe Price or Fidelity or American Funds, it might be 35 to 45 basis points. If you give your employees a choice of investment options, they're making that choice, and that's prudent. It's not your responsibility. But how do you pay the record-keeping fee? How do you pay the consulting fee or the audit fee? Well, again, either you, the company, could write a check, it's a hard dollar cost, or you could add an asset charge to cover those expenses. And the way we would design your retirement plan is we'd say, hey, let's get the lowest share class, and then If you needed to add 65 basis points to cover all those other costs, all your employees would share that cost equally, regardless of the fund that they pick. And that's the way you establish a retirement plan and meet your obligation of a duty of prudence and a duty of loyalty, and don't get caught in a lawsuit like Tibble versus Edison. Hope this is helpful. I'm Charlie Epstein, America's 401k coach. Again, if you'd like to learn more about how to safeguard your retirement plan and act in a prudent fashion, pick up a free copy of my book, Save America Save, The Secrets of a Successful Retirement Plan. Go to epsteinfinancial.com. We'll get your copy out. And if you'd like us to evaluate your plan, we'd be happy to do a free consult with you. Reach out to Matt Gilmore at my office at mgilmore@epsteinfs.com. I'm Charlie Epstein. I'm America's 401k coach, and we're here to help you be prudent and loyal to your employees.